Hey everybody, this is Kyle. I have my good friend here with me, Matthew from Matthew's Music Channel. We are talking about gig nightmares. We talked about this before a couple months ago. On Matthew's channel, he has some stories. Our previous talk, I have a video on my channel, so you can check that out if you like this idea of discussion about gig nightmares. And I was telling Matthew, we just recorded a video for his channel. I told him, when you start talking about these stories, of course, it's going to trigger some memories. So I had this hilariously, almost could have been horrible memory comeback of a gig nightmare. So I was in a cover band for a while. And here where I live and stuff, you go out. And I'm trying to think of what year this might have been. I think it was probably around 2009, maybe 2008, somewhere like that. You get out in the country here in the counties around St. Louis, and you're kind of like in Breaking Bad territory. Don't say it, but you probably get what I'm talking about. So we played this little place as a grimy old building that had been around since like 1900, is, like 10 feet away from some railroad tracks, and they had us playing outside. So we're playing, and this older guy shows up, and this guy was probably somewhere in his mid-late 60s, and he was so under the influence that whenever he was standing, he'd start leaning, and then his feet would kind of catch. And so it's like he was on waves, just kind of floating around, and it was so funny. And we're outside, and he's with somebody. It could have been his daughter. We don't know. I mean, things get complicated in geography like that, if you get what I'm saying. So I had, in this band I was playing, I was using my Les Paul Custom. And when we played places like this, it always made me nervous, because if that guitar gets knocked over, I'm either going to want to fight somebody and probably get beat up, because I'm not a big guy, but I'd be going on pure anger, or I'd be in some situation that was going to be very tense. So this guy, during our first break, went over by my Les Paul. So he goes over, it's like, hey, kind of he uses, and I just get right between him and the guitar and try to find something stable to put my hand against, so because I just think it's like, I don't know, he was a little bit more than 6 foot tall, and I'm like 5'7". It's like, man, if he falls, I gotta be able to just push him so he falls the other way. So he's checking out my guitar and talking, and I can't stress enough how under the influence this guy was. He had enough things bringing him down, enough stuff bringing him up, that he was alert and stuff, but he made zero sense talking. He went and started getting fascinated with something else in the parking lot there. We finished up our break, and we come back for set number 2. And the people outside were dancing. They were already having a good time. We could have played anything. We could have played whole notes offbeat with each other, and they still would have been dancing and stuff. There's just kind of describing the people there. Well, we started playing Margaritaville. We start playing, and the guy, is just kind of doing one of these things, going all over the place, dancing. And it's like you follow his head, and it was fun following his feet, because there's always this weird little, it's like a kid with a toy trying to keep something balanced, Well, this guy, his feet quit working, and his head hits the cement outside, and he hits hard, real hard. I mean, hard enough where everybody, like, there were 4 of us in the band, and we all looked at each other as we still kept playing. And it's like, dude, did you hear that too? Because I mean, you could hear it over the music, and he's not moving. And so this girl with him goes over, starts yanking on his arm, kicking his leg and stuff. He's not moving. And all of a sudden she puts her hands by, his neck or mouth or something like that. We couldn't really see. And she starts screaming help. And so we're just kind of playing, Margaritaville. We're just kind of vamping on a D chord, going, do we quit playing the music? Do we really want Jimmy Buffett to be the soundtrack for what could be an accidental death here or something like that?
Oh, he could have broke his neck, or
Well, he
yeah.
could have. Well, we stopped playing. By that point, someone had ran inside to see who had a phone or something. So they didn't have their own phone. So they ran inside to find someone with a phone. And she is saying he's not breathing. And we're thinking, it's like, are we looking at a dead dude? Because it's like, if we have a guy die, that's crazy. We're going to be infamous. And and we were trying not to, joke. I mean, we were saying stuff like this, like, holy crap, it's like we were processing it, and, and it was just a weird situation. Well, we heard the sirens from the ambulance, coming. And this guy is laying there completely motionless. And the girl is sobbing and screaming. He's not moving, he's not breathing, and all this stuff. And we didn't know what to do. There was an ambulance on the way. It's like, hey, all we need to do is just wait and just kind of see. The ambulance pulls in, paramedics get out, and they start checking the guy. And it starts to look like he is not responsive, no pulse, and all this other stuff. And we're going, oh man, this is a dead dude. We saw a guy died at Margaritaville, and we're just kind of, this weight is kind of bringing us all down, and everyone's going, this got real serious. As the paramedics start to get whatever, the paddles to electrocute you, as soon as they start to get those out, this guy jumps up and starts swinging at the paramedics. And we're just watching this going, he's alive, and he's trying to fight everybody but the girl near him. And so the paramedics are like dodging punches and stuff. And this guy's just, going to town. And you could tell this guy had been in fights before. I'm pretty sure he's probably been in that situation before where he was out of it, came to, was swinging. And he fought off the paramedics and took off running. And the girl that was screaming, that was sitting there by him, she's just sitting there going, oh, well, yeah, I guess he left. And the paramedics are going, well, it's like, do we need to call county to come get him? Because this was in a place, where there wasn't local police or something like that. You need county officers. And so they're trying to press us what happened. And as the band watching this, we're just going, is this real? Is someone punking us? Is this a big prank? And so the paramedics are like, well, we got to call county. So they get in the ambulance, they call the officer, let them know what happened. After a few minutes, they drive off. The girl sticks around for about 10 or 15 minutes and drives off. And that's it. And we're all sitting there going, what just happened? This is crazy. So yeah. And that's
Why would he fight off the paramedics? I mean, yeah, I'm sure the bill would have been a lot, but dude, the charges and the fines will be a lot more from assaulting them.
Oh my gosh. It was just completely crazy. And after that, with that particular band, we never played Margaritaville again. And it was a kind of a joke between us, like, hey, we don't want to kill anybody tonight, so we're not gonna play that song.
What a great excuse.
Yeah.
You'd be like, okay, all right, excuse me, ma'am. We appreciate your request with all of our hearts. But the last time we played that song, a guy almost died.
So if you want to hear Matthew's different flavor of a gig nightmare, make sure you check out his channel. We just got there filming a video, so by the time you see this, I'm sure his video will already be out. Have any final words, Matthew?
Working on some unlikely acoustic covers.
Oh, yeah.
And on my channel, it'll probably already be out by the time people see this. I got one featuring Kyle Walls on lead acoustic guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, and Matthew's really been doing a lot of cool covers, and something we've been doing in collaborations is whenever I'm not collaborating, he'll play it for me, not really reaction style, but sort of reaction review. What do you think? And if you like covers, you like to hear songs And I'm sure a lot of people that like my channel will be like some of your favorite songs. If you like hearing those done in an entirely different way, as if someone was recreating the song, trying to give it a new vibe, a new vision, a new type of energy, make sure you check out his channel.
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate that.
all right, everybody. Well, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.
Peace.